This video is sponsored by Anthros. Over the years, I've had the chance to improve and evolve my desk setup many times over. Each iteration was a bit better than the last, but at a certain point, there was just nothing else to improve. It all started to look and feel repetitive and boring to me. Even worse, as a content creator, I found that I have always needed another desk to film my content with. So this makes things a lot more complicated because it involves doubling the setup and cleanup time, and it takes up double the amount of space, which I really don't have much of. Anyways, I got sick of it. Sick of looking at everyone's fancy setups, including my own, and just sick of failing to make something original that truly works for me. Because if what I'm doing just blends in with what everyone else is doing, then I'm definitely doing something wrong. And I couldn't figure it out. So I stopped making desk setup videos for 2 whole years. There were times that I really considered walking away from all of it and just quit. But then, a surprising thing happened. There was this one video that I made about PC gaming on a TV, and although it sounds like a weird idea, you guys really lit it up in the comments, and that sparked something in me. It pushed me to rethink everything, which made me create the most space-efficient, functional, and cleanest setup that I've ever put together. Welcome to my ultimate clean desk setup. Whether I'm filming, working on video edits, gaming, or even just relaxing and watching a show, it's clutter-free, streamlined, and optimized to get stuff done with minimal setup time. So if you're looking for inspiration to improve your own space, you're definitely in the right place. I've packed this video with tons of ideas that I think you'll love to level up your setup. And by the way, I've linked all the products that I mentioned in this video down below in the description to make it easy for you to check out later on. So you can sit back, relax, and without further ado, let's dive right into the video. So the big difference in this setup is that obviously I'm using a TV as a monitor, and I found that there's a ton of benefits using it in a desk setup and having the desk separated from the wall. The TV that I'm using is the 65-inch Sony X90L 4K mini LED TV that I reviewed last year. It has a 120Hz refresh rate and, more importantly, an ultra-low latency feature. So there's just no input lag when I'm moving my mouse around or typing. It works just like a normal monitor. Anyways, this setup is split into 2 parts, and the only thing that's connected here between the two is this one HDMI cable, which goes from the TV right into my CalDigit Thunderbolt Station 4 dock. This little guy is quite a beast. It has 18 ports that connects all my desk accessories right into my MacBook Pro with just one Thunderbolt 4 cable. Also, this desk by itself is actually like its own setup. It can work without the TV thanks to the Asus SenseScreen portable monitor. To make this all work, I got it to attach to my Grove-made desk shelf using command strips in the middle part of the shelf so that it's at the perfect height. So this screen is kind of like the main screen, and then I can use the TV as an extended monitor. And I find that when I'm editing videos, it's very useful to have a reference monitor so that I can look things up while I'm editing or working. Also, when I'm watching TV, I can stop the extended mode and use the smallest screen as the main monitor so that I can still have like a laptop setup while watching TV. Now, for the keyboard, I've used a lot of different ones in the past, and this is the one that I keep coming back to. It's the Black Diamond 75 custom mechanical keyboard. I love using it because it looks super cool, it has a built-in wrist rest, and it uses KTT wine red linear switches, so it feels very comfortable and sounds very, very good when I'm typing on it, making everyday tasks just a bit more enjoyable. For video editing, I'm still using the MX Ergo and the Monogram Creative Console, which I've been using for years. The MX Ergo is just the best mouse for editing videos because I can edit for hours on end and it prevents my wrist from hurting. And the Monogram is just super convenient because I can just edit a lot faster using shortcuts that I can't normally access with keyboard shortcuts in Final Cut Pro. However, for everything else, I just use the MX Master 3S. It's just a lot more faster moving around with it, so it's really good for editing photos and just everything else that I do. And next, for writing down my ideas, brainstorming, and journaling, I've been using the Remarkable 2 paper tablet. This really helped me declutter my space because it just replaced a ton of notebooks and notepads that I had before, and it actually feels like paper when I'm writing on it. The other benefit I found is that when I get really confused and like really slow during the day, I like to just brain dump and write everything onto it. And the cool thing is that I can actually edit and rearrange my ideas to make it more organized and understandable afterwards. Moving along, I want to show you a super handy modification that I made to my desk shelf that allows me to do this. Oh yeah. So I've been learning how to 3D model things ever since I got a 3D printer, and I designed a riser part for the desk shelf. I printed it using my Bamboo Lab X1 carbon 3D printer, and I can't express how satisfying it is to take an idea from my head and turning it into a physical object. Anyways, the riser lifts the shelf just high enough so that everything on my desk pad can easily slide underneath. Now, this is so awesome because I can quickly clear everything out to get more space on the desk, and it's especially handy when I need to film my overhead shots. Moving along, to make my setup even more efficient, I've been using the Dream Desk Plus. I've played around with it for a year now, and I found that it's quite useful even as a Mac user because there's just so many time-saving shortcuts that I can use. But I gotta say, the coolest part of this is that my microphone is actually directly connected to the Dream Desk Plus. Elgato actually has an add-on for it, which is called the XLR dock. It's a separate unit that I can just add right onto the back of the Dream Desk to make it a legit XLR to USB mic interface. Anyways, the mic that I got connected to it is one of my latest additions to my setup, which is the Yeti Studio mic. It's a dynamic XLR microphone with a built-in preamp so I can get plus 25 dB of gain and still have crystal clear audio. Because this was my old mic before, and I had to add this little booster over here to make it at workable volume. And I mean, like, if we take a look at the Stream Deck, I'm only at 15% of volume over here. Also, the super cool thing about this mic is that it really isolates my voice. So it's gonna really ignore all the background sounds that you have going on. And this is really useful for me because I usually like to have the window open while I'm recording or just working in here because I like the cold, fresh air. There's usually a white noise going on, but none of it gets captured into this. Also, this has a dual diaphragm design with an internal shock mount to eliminate unwanted vibration noises. And if you're a streamer who plays games and types a lot while you talk, this is really what it sounds like. But anyways, the first time when I did this while speaking and it's not hearing any of this, like, this was just really impressive. Also, I got this mounted on the Elgato Wave Mic Arm Pro. I upgraded to this recently and I love how compact and clean it is with all the wires hidden away over here. Also, in this new version, there's a gas spring suspension thing over here. I can quickly pull it up and adjust it to the right height very quickly. So I love how it just kind of disappears when I don't need it and it's here when I do. Alright guys, here's something else I'm excited about. I recently started working with Mason, my production assistant, and I find the setup just so awesome when I'm working with someone else. When we're brainstorming and discussing things, using a TV is very useful because they can actually see and follow what I'm doing on the screen. It's a really good collaborative space. Moving along, we're gonna talk about the coolest part of the studio, which is how I film and all the light.
Wait. There's something I need to tell you. My back really hurts.
Oh yeah? Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it.
Well, I can't work like this. What are you gonna do about it?
Well, of course your back is gonna hurt. Like, look at you. You're all hunched over and slouching and all that. So, here, come try out my chair.
Wow. It's a nice chair. It's very straight. I'm very straight. I am very straight. Pretty good. Very comfy.
Yeah, man. So the special thing about this chair is that it's kind of like a posture corrector. It has a pelvis support over here. It's not a lumbar support. So if we really dial in this part for you and push this part up against your pelvis, it'll prevent it from rotating, which ultimately prevents you from slouching. So I find that I don't really need the backrest when I'm sitting straight. It kind of supports your whole torso starting from like the base. However, it does come in handy when you go into tilt mode. So when you lean back, that's how it supports you. Because in tilt mode, you're kind of in like zero gravity mode where it kind of disperses the pressure along your spine and it still helps you maintain the upright posture that you had before.
Feels like the weight is taken off pretty much. Wow.
So guys, I work on this chair for hours and hours on end, and I love how this chair trains me to sit straight to protect my back. However, I gotta tell you guys that the Anthros chair is not cheap. It's definitely quite an investment. But if you guys are like me who sit at their desk all day long, I think you're gonna love using the chair just as much as I do. Because I really think it's gonna correct your posture, prevent you from slouching, and ultimately reduce your back pain. I was gonna tell you guys about this chair anyways because I love using it so much, but Anthros decided to sponsor the video, and all they wanna say is that their chairs will fix or sit, or else there's a 30-day 100% money back guarantee. And they're giving my audience a special $200 discount code. Definitely check out the link in the description below, and big thanks to Anthros for sponsoring the video and having our back.
Wait, does this mean I gotta take your chair?
What? Anyways, we're gonna move along to the studio tour now, where I show you how the lighting works, because this is the normal office lighting and this is the studio lighting. So that makes a huge difference. It just looks so much better. And this is what it actually looks like to make this all work. So in this setup, I'm using Elgato lights. The cool thing about it is that I can control them all using the Dream Desk Plus. So if we switch over to the next screen here, I got all my lights set up here so that I can control it with just my little fingers. I can individually turn them on and off like this, or I can adjust the brightness of each of them, or the temperature as well. So I can go like super orange for no reason if I want to be like a Oompa Loompa. I can control all of the brightnesses at the same time. And if all the settings are messed up, I actually have shortcuts for presets. So if I press preset 1 over here, everything is back to normal. And of course, if I'm leaving the office, I can just turn off all the lights like that. So it's very easy and quick to adjust the lighting to get it to what I want it to be. So let's actually go over how the lights are set up. So I finally found the benefit of having these not so good looking ceiling tiles. The benefit is that you can actually open them up, and I found that there are like wood planks that I can attach things to. So we used Elgato's heavy clamps and flex arms to clamp the lights onto it, and it's still holding up pretty fine. Over here, we have the Keylight Mark II. These are actually really heavy duty lights. They're like made of metal, so it's really heavy. Also, we made this soft box over here using cardboard. It was pretty sketchy, but it works fine. It makes the light a lot softer on my face, and it looks just so much better. So if Elgato can make a soft box like this, that would be great. Over here, we have the Keylight Air. This is really nice because it kind of shines light on the back of my shoulder. And without it, it just doesn't look as good because it gives me this light over here to really separate me from the background. So it's really great that these are set up on the ceiling and it's out of view from my perspective. And then when I'm shooting stuff, I always have this cover. So this light over here kind of gives me an artificial window light. And the fourth light is actually this little guy over here. It's like one of those portable lights, but is actually connected by Wi-Fi as well. So you can control it on the Steam Deck, or you can use Control Center on your computer. And the last way that I can control the lights is with a remote, which is super handy because when I'm doing overhead shoots, I don't want to lean over or like turn my computer on to make it work. But the remote only works with the Keylight Mark IIs. So if I choose a light A, I can turn it on and off with the remote, and it's super fast and convenient. Sometimes analog is just the best. Anyways, the next upgrade that I added is actually this teleprompter. So it might look like a mirror right now, but if I turn it on, you can see text. So this is really cool. I can control how fast the prompter goes and playback using the Stream Deck as well. So I can be looking into the camera, reading things, and it looks like I'm just looking into the lens. So I've been using this throughout this whole video. I'm not sure if you noticed or not. I used to just memorize everything and I would mess up all the lines and it would take me forever to film a video. But now with this technology, it makes things a lot faster. So the prompter kind of just slides onto my camera. You can also use it with a webcam. However, I decided to simplify the setup and not have a webcam and a camera. So I used the Elgato Camlink 4K to make my camera into a webcam. So if we go from prompter mode into camera mode, you can see that it's actually the camera. It's, you know, it all works together. And you can actually port it to the prompter as well, so it looks like I'm monitoring myself while recording straight into it. The other thing is that the prompter actually works as a separate display. So I can just pull my FaceTime or my Zoom calls right into the prompter, and it looks like you're looking right into their eye. So I guess that makes it more intimate and more personal, and you're getting like DSLR mirrorless quality while you're doing this. So you look super professional. Like people are gonna ask you why you look so good, even though you may not. Anyways, on to the next part. I'm gonna show you the gaming side of things and my potential as an online streamer. Now, my PC is totally separated from the desk. So to make this work and keep things ultra clean, I'm going full wireless here. So for the audio and the mic, I'm using the Logitech A50X gaming headset. And my keyboard is actually meant to be a gaming keyboard, so I can switch over to control my PC by using the 2.4 GHz dongle connection. And for the mouse, I'm using the Logitech G502X Plus gaming mouse. And yes, they all match. If you haven't noticed yet, the keyboard is the main reason why I had to switch over to all these white peripherals. And I love it. Anyways, I usually use this setup to play Marvel Rivals or Diablo 4 with my friends. Again, I really love how versatile this setup is, because for gaming, I could use a soundbar for audio, but the main reason why I choose to use a headset is because the mic on it is actually like really good. So now we are playing Marvel Rivals and letting you guys know what the headset sounds like. Oh snap, oh snap, oh snap, oh snap. Whoa, I can dash in. Oh, cool. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Whoops. That was intense. It's a bit loud, so I'm going to adjust it. So testing 1, 2, 3. This is what the headset sounds like. Oh, look, the Hulk is here. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, okay. Anyways, this game is really hard. So let me know in the comments below what you think of the audio coming from the headset and what it sounds like. And if you play Marvel Rivals, because it'd be cool if we can play together too. You can teach me something, because I think I really need help with this game. But anyways, back to playing the game, because I'm dying really bad here. So guys, I love how everything that I need to control is in arm's reach, and I really love how I don't need to set up my camera, lights, or desk anymore. I can just simply turn on my camera and press record, and I'm ready to go. So all the content that you see me film in the future will be filmed here, and you'll know how it works. And I just really want to thank you guys for your comments and inspiring me to make this setup. I actually still read all your comments, and I try to respond to as many as I can. So please continue and let me know what your favorite part of this setup is, how to improve it, or what else you would like to see more of in the future. And again, big thanks to Anthros for sponsoring this video. This chair is seriously comfortable, definitely check it out. The links to all the products that I mentioned in this video are in the description below. And guys, remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already yet. And if you're still watching right now, thank you so much for supporting my videos and watching till the end. Make sure you drop a nerdy emoji in the comments below to let me know that you watched up to this point. And that's it for now, my friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the very next video. Bye! Okay. What's going on here?
This is kind of my chair now.